Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. It has been a tremendous week in crypto world. Things are playing out to the T, exactly as previous markets have also played out. We're looking back at the charts, we're looking left, we're just seeing the rhymes, and at the moment, we're seeing an exact rhyme happening from 2017 to 18, where we saw Bitcoin pump as we've seen the last 6 months, and now we're seeing Ethereum taking that. We're going to see Bitcoin go sideways and settle down a bit, and we're seeing Ethereum taking off to the moon and really rocketing up. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the other cryptos that we're watching, some of the best projects in the space. I'm here to hopefully help make you money, preserve your capital, and make things a little bit straightforward and simplified. We're going to keep it real simple. We're going to talk about some of the charts, but we're just going to keep it light, and we're going to talk about the numbers and what we can expect to see for some of these. We're going to do some Fibonacci charting. So if some of that sounds interesting to you, let's stick around and let's actually go straight into the YouTube aspect. Being a new channel, I'm going to need your support. Now, can you help me out? Is it something you are prepared to do? Now, to watch the videos, I need to make the videos. To make the videos, I need to make time. To make time, we need sometimes funding. So I'm not really charging anyone anything on this channel, never have and don't plan to. What I would like to do is probably just show you guys that the YouTube channel itself is only baby of 200 to nearly 300 subscribers. We need a lot more. We need to make 1,000 hopefully by the end of this month in May. So if I can ask you, can you share me? Can you like me? Can you subscribe to me? If you can, that would be awesome. And I want to dedicate more time to helping you guys, particularly because there's a lot of new people coming into this space. And I want to guide you guys onto how you can be profitable and what to be looking at. What I will do, if anyone wants to donate to the channel, I will put a channel station, an Ethereum wallet address down below. You can make a donation contribution to that. And that would be really helpful. Anyway, let's get into it. At the moment, we're seeing stage 2 kick in, and stage 2 is where Ethereum starts to take over, and it's where Ethereum becomes the center of attention. Most people thought this week's pump was what we were going to see. We saw, if we go into the daily chart, boom, we're going into trading view, so we're looking at a USD pricing. So recently at the 2,200 mark, it just has taken off the last 2 weeks. We've seen massive upward direction, an uptrend that once it took out its $1,900 mark, came back to retest it twice, which it may still do again, and I'll show you that on a small scale. And then it started to take off and go parabolic from its moving average of 21 days. You can see the volumes kicked in, and it's slowly a little bit down today. That's why you'll see that this candle here, sorry, wrong device, that one there. So this candle here has gone up and pulled back, and so what we want to do, we'll go into the hourly, have a look here. That means we're losing a little bit of momentum, but because you can see here that the volumes dropped on hourly, we had a lot of sell pressure here. People thought that that was the top. I remember the call of 3,400 to 500. A lot of people on YouTube are saying that that's the top. And so we saw this massive sell-off, and you can see a lot of volume on that. But we've been pretty steady, and so we've gone sideways. You can see here on this little triangle, you can see that we've touched this point once, twice, 3 times, and on the 4th time, we've pulled back and then rocketed through. This is a good sign. This means we potentially have broken through that resistance and it's created some support. You can see it came back to retest that. For those who don't understand technical analysis, that's all I'm doing is just looking at support and resistance, supply and demand, which is basically what a market is made up. Who wants to pay how much for what? And obviously those who want to pay more will prepare to pay more, and those who want to sell it for more as well, they have to meet hand in hand. So someone has to sell, someone wants to buy, and there's that exchange, and that's why we have crypto exchanges. And back in the days, obviously those who traded stocks, they know them as stockbrokers. Whatever market you're in, whether it's commodities, currencies, all of them have to have a point of exchange. And in these cases, we have, in Australia, we're using CoinSpot. CoinSpot's a great exchange. I have a referral code for those who aren't on it to get on it. It's a great exchange, very consistent. Their pricing is very reasonable. I've got other exchanges in Australia, but their spread, which is the price of the buy and the sell, is significantly different and always changing. And I'll show you what I mean by that. In buy and sell, you've got a buy price and you've got a sell price. In some exchanges, this gap, in this case for Ethereum, is $107. Some exchanges might be $200 or $300, and so they get you there, but they say their brokerage is low. Problem is they make more money on the spread. But anyway, let's get back to USD just for now. There's a beautiful triangle forming there. There's a breakout there. Those are on Bybit. You can be trading that here. I've just drawn a little squiggle here where this could potentially go. Where we want to see, we will see resistance at this previous top again. So 3,500 we'll call it. Between this little area here, we will probably get a little sell-off. So we'll probably touch there, pull down, and potentially continue up. This is just a hypothesis. There are many. We might fake out here and then come down. So we don't know. But the market's hot, and in stage 2, generally Ethereum flies. So anyone who's got Ethereum, I would stay comfortably with it. Do not sell off, even though a lot of other YouTube channels are saying sell some of your Ethereum. I don't think so. I disagree. I think this is the time where you want to hold your Ethereum, because this is where the crazy parabolic moves can occur. If we go into a weekly chart, let's have a look. We will see and notice that it is just straight up. Look at that. Ethereum. Anyone that was smart enough to have bought it when it was down here. I was lucky enough to get it on the $150 mark in March last year. Yeah, COVID. Thank you very much for that discount. $121. And you can see it just gone crazy. So it's a really good investment, long term. A lot of DeFi locked up on it. Now, talking about Ethereum, we know that it's got its problems. We know that it's potentially not there yet. It's not fast enough. It's not. It's not the easiest network yet to say, all right, this is the golden nugget. It's not. We've got other competitors like Cardano, Polkadot. We have Solana. We have Polygon is helping Ethereum. These networks are coming in to give the layer 2 effect, which is helping speed. And so they've been flying. They've been going off. If you have a look at the charts, Poly's been flying. Solar not so much this week. It's sort of gone sideways. But Poly's been amazing. If you look at the chart, what we saw in my last video, we watched this pump happen here. We were breaking out above the previous top, and obviously we doubled that position. I was lucky enough to buy in down here somewhere, and then it went sideways for a bit. Now this is good. This is good to see this chart, because most of you right now are going, what the hell's going on? While everything else is, Ethereum's pumping, Bitcoin pumped. What about our altcoins? Well, they're next. So in the old cycle, the altcoins, have a look at this triangle. Just doing a basic support resistance for you. It broke out. It came up and looked like it was going to go down, but then it stayed in and just consolidated until it exploded. And you can see as well, you should be able to see in the volume. Yeah, you can see the volume just took off from down here up to here. So on a technical level, this is what we're looking at on a lot of charts at the moment. And I think we'll see this explosion occur. So if we go from Ethereum, we can see there's a triangle starting to bust up. Next project, so we've gone to Matic, which is now called Polygon. We saw that. That's ahead of the altcoins at the moment, in my opinion. Next one, we're looking at Holochain. Holochain being one of the best projects on the market. It's going to have the best tech once it launches its mainnet, but we do need to see that to come to fruition first, which means it's very, very soon. I've got intel that says that any month now we will see Holochain launch its mainnet, and when that happens, I think we're going to go from 2 cents probably up to 10, 30 cents. Probably, I'd like to say we're going 15 cents. Let's go in the middle there somewhere. 15 cents is still, what are we talking? It's a 10x plus a bit more. So from where we are, if we go to 20 cents, that's a 10x. So it'll be about 15 cents at the Fibonacci of 3.618 you've got there. That's where I think we're going, because we've done similar things there in the previous chart. If you look down here, and I'll keep it small so you can see. See down here, we've got that little pump there. All right, and then that got doubled by the next pump, and that then got doubled by the next pump. So if we just stay with that trend, we'll probably go from here to about, let's say 10 cents, 9 cents. So we sort of tripled each time the pump. And if that's the case, let's say 10 cents then in this next bull push. So if we've got 2.618 Fibonacci, that's a 10 cent to 11 cent mark. So let's call it 10 cents. That's where we could comfortably see this thing rocket to. So we've got a bit of support and resistance triangle occurring at the moment for Holochain. If this busts out, it'll be pretty exciting times. Wait till we then take out this previous top here of 2.8. Once we take that out, then it will be off to the races. Next one we've got is Theta. Theta Networks had a bit of consolidation going on, and then we had a sell-off to get into Ethereum, and then a bit of consolidation. Same thing, we've got a bit of an apex forming here, where we should potentially see a bust out. You can see my little squiggle example there. I think we'll retest this previous top. Once we get past that $19 we'll call it, then we should be off to the next new all-time high price. Which to me, I think we're going to about $40. I think if we call it about here, $40 somewhere. If it goes down, then I'll be saying $8, $9 will be its support point, but I doubt that will happen. I think because we're going to see in June, let's say about here somewhere, yeah, $9. In June 30th is when the Theta mainnet is launching. Theta TV, actually no, we don't want that one, we want, let's go to this one here, this channel here. I'll just go into this one for a little bit here. Not Theta token, we want Theta.tv. So Theta mainnet 3.0 is launching in 56 days, very exciting times. Hopefully you've stocked up before that. Generally a month before is where the pump and the buying starts happening. Right now, people are playing Ethereum and the top 10. Let's go to CoinSpot. Top 10 cryptos. So if I can just squeeze that in there. So if we just have a look at the charts, top 10. So Bitcoin steady at 72,000 Aussie dollars. Ethereum almost doubled in the last few weeks. Binance, BNB, steady around 800. Dogecoin just flipped XRP, meaning it just took fourth position in the polls and XRP is now fifth. That's a huge pump. They are getting so close to the $1 mark. Obviously this is Aussie dollars, so I think they're determined to do it. They're 110, what is it? We were 110 billion market cap. It's just crazy for a coin that most people don't know. It's a meme coin, it's nothing too exciting going on there. But anyway, so we'll leave that there. But where's the market? Where did I just put that one? Because I went into Dogecoin. All right, cool. So, XRP holding steady, Cardano. Now, where the money's gone at the moment today is Chainlink and Litecoin. A little bit in Uniswap, and then Bitcoin Cash. So we'll hold a little bit of Bitcoin Cash for those who can afford to have some. It's not a huge expense, but it's worth having a few because this one is so undervalued. All-time high was, I think, 4,000. Let's have a look. Weekly chart. Here we go. So 5,000, was its all-time high. We're starting to climb up. I think the next point will be the 2,400. So we've still got another $1,000 to go on that, and then it will retrace a little bit, and then off to the races again, off to the moon. 5,000, but then potentially in this, if it is a super cycle, we will see explosions to $10,000. It's a beautiful chart, massive years of consolidation. Let's have a look. 1, 2, so 3 years of consolidation sideways, beautiful. When it busted out we're about at $1,000, that's when really everyone should be buying some in. But again, fortunate enough to get in at the sort of $400 or $500 mark. If you were, that's good. Just stay with it. Don't sell any. If you're a hodler, if you're an investor, which most people will be, anyone new to the markets, you can buy 0.001 of a Bitcoin Cash or of an Ethereum. You don't have to buy 1 whole or 10 whole or 1,000 whole. Those who have money, yeah, you can buy multiples. But those who don't, just buy whatever you can, and it's a percentage wise. So if something's worth $1,000, you can buy $100 worth of it, which means you're buying 10% of a Bitcoin Cash. So don't have to fork out the full $1,000. But if you're into investing and you're into generating wealth, you need a bit of money to make money. So capital is important. Work hard, make your capital, and then be very smart at how you invest it. Cryptos is one opportunity that many people have made a lot of money from. It's really a rare opportunity. Most people's in their life don't really get these kind of opportunities. We're quite fortunate in this day and age to have good internet, good access to good quality computers. The tech is become very available. It's easy to learn. Learning how to operate from an exchange. All these points adding up to a really good opportunity of a lifetime. Back in the 90s, it was buying houses. Back in the 70s, it was buying gold. Back in the 2000s, was buying into internet companies. And now we're getting a chance into cryptocurrencies, which if we look at the currency world, it's in a state of a mess. But we know why that is. If you're looking closely at it, it's a centralized system that hasn't served the people. In fact, it's enslaved us and kept us quite suppressed for so long and at a disadvantage, and only making a few very wealthy people at the pinnacle at top who run the money system and who really have control over everything, really, because most people bow down to money. But don't be one of those people. Bow down to nature, bow down to humanity, uniting and working together. Through cryptocurrencies, we can do that. We can generate some good wealth and hopefully get really healthy, invest in good quality organic plant-based nutrition, get off all the stimulants and all the negative influences around you, spend much time in nature and the beach and the rainforest, walking, exercising, meditating, yoga, breath work, all that. Reading is important. Just really try to enjoy your life, but you don't have to spend a fortune to do that. Use your money to build and generate more currency, and through cryptocurrencies will do that. So talking about that, let's move on. The next play I think we need to be looking closely. So we've seen Chainlink is busted out. See this triangle here? It's familiar. It's busted out. Took a little bit to take out the previous top, but then once we did, we pulled back in. A lot of people obviously sold a bit there, and then we pulled back from the selling that we had that 2 weeks ago. Everyone was freaking out. And then boom, off we go. So it's launching now. I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back to a previous top of $59 and then kept going. But with Chainlink, it can just run. I was fortunate enough to own this $2.50, and I saw this run happen, and a lot of us sold off and then bought back in and sort of went sideways for a while, and then off it went again, and here we are again experiencing that. So this coin could easily hit $100, no problem. So yeah. Am I saying buying it? No, it's too late. I wouldn't be getting in at these points. I don't ever buy in green candles when it's up there. I'd wait till there's red candle to pull back and then potentially get in. So if you see a big 20% correction, great, that's the time to buy. Now, let's move on. The one I think's about to break out is Cardano. We have big news, obviously, in July where Cardano is going to launch its Copenhagen, which means that's the feature that's going to enable people to switch their projects from Ethereum to Cardano. Now, Ethereum, as I was saying before, it's not quite there yet speed-wise. It needs its layer 2 interventions, and so people are looking for alternatives. So Cardano is probably one of the best projects intelligently, software design-wise, developers user-friendly-wise. I think it's the guy who's come up with it. He's just a brain. He's brilliant. He was one of the co-founders of Ethereum as well. So yeah, he's I think he's on the right track, and he's also taken his time, just like Holo, to get it right before he launches it. And problem is with some projects, they'll launch it and then they're still nutting out the problems, like Ethereum. And Ethereum is one of those projects which they hope to bring out the next layer, but it's almost like you're trying to fix a car that's not quite designed right. And so those who are looking for something that's designed well, I believe Cardano will offer that opportunity. And when we break out this triangle, I think we're going to see some pretty big numbers come forward with Cardano. So if you haven't packed your bags there, load up on the Cardano network. Today, what I noticed was, as I like to say, Dogecoin is just catapulting up. What are we, $111 billion yet? So we looked at that before. Do not buy. It is not worth buying this coin. It's just my investment opinion. Up to you what you do with your money, but yeah. Theta TV, let's just have a quick look. This, you go to Theta TV, the theta.tv, you'll see they've got, gaming, they had the poker world championship on there. I'm not into gaming, so I think it's a bit of it's not for me. I don't have the time for it, but those who have a bit of time, obviously this might be a website that interests you. It doesn't just have gaming; it's got plenty of things. So we've got channels. You know how you have YouTube. Well, this has Theta channel. NASA's on here. World Poker Tours on here. Plenty more in there. You can just view all and check it out. You can see how many people have watched it, and you can earn Theta fuel from watching, micro amounts, but still. They've got channels here, people doing certain things, from crypto games, crypto talks, and so on. You've got videos where people are talking about cryptocurrencies. Obviously, that's the number one thing. So for now, mostly gaming and cryptos. We've got creators coming up with all sorts of weird and wonderful things to talk about. You got top games on there, videos. Not sure what IRL is, but you can look into that. Blockchain videos, yeah, of course. And what else? So it's fairly new. You got Spanish channels, so there'll be bilinguals. There'll be it'll be mostly games, cryptos, and sports at the moment, but that'll expand. And come 30th of June, we'll see 3.0 launch, which would then give better staking rewards as well. Those who don't know much about staking and want to get into staking, I am doing consults to guide people on that, and that'll generate a certain percent on whatever capital they invest. That's the most guaranteed thing you can get. You can't get money like that from a bank these days. Interest rates are just to zero. So at least through cryptos, I can guide you how to do that. So a lot of good projects to look at the moment. And we've got, a little bit of green now coming into the market. If you're here in Australia, you can see all the Aussie dollars here. They're just flying around. We've still got red now. Just to give you a quick hint before we finish up, these ones in green, this is where the money's flooding to now. So the top 10 generally is where the money floods in stage 2 after Ethereum pumps. I would keep some bags loaded with Ethereum, and then from these ones, you might want to either sit tight if you're a hodler, but if you want to try to capitalize on some moves, look at the next, let's say next 20 tokens. And if you believe in any of those projects, like Solana's great, Theta's great, Holochain, Aave, they're all pretty much getting ready next to flood. Polygon, if you're not, that's already pumped, so I probably wouldn't go into that one. Can't believe waves, I bought in January $2.50, and it hit $50 this week. It's crazy. So another good project, Kusama in Elron Gold, they're really good projects. NFT plays like Chili's and Engine and what's the other one? Well, it's not really the next 20, so we'll stick with those two. If you're looking at Phantom's a great project, but that's pumped a bit this week. Zilliqa, awesome, still hasn't pumped yet, so that's another good one to look at. And Hedera Hashgraph also going a little bit sideways. Those who don't know, Hedera Hashgraph's been adopted by the ASX, Australian Stock Exchange, so they're heavily invested. Australia's very heavily invested in these guys, so it's quite a unique blockchain technology. So it's interesting to see, but the uptrend is there, and we've consolidated quite a bit for a while, so we might be ready for a breakout as well. So if you haven't packed any bags there, you're welcome to look at doing that. Anyway, I hope that all finds you well, and I hope that all makes sense. If you can like this video and obviously subscribe and share it with your friends. If you've got any comments, I'd love to hear from you guys, like what you want to be hearing from. I want to be giving you guys content. I'll just keep you updated whenever I can get on, but if you guys really can support the channel in some way, then I can dedicate a few hours a week to really, or a few hours over a few days to give you unique perspectives. Right now I'm giving more of a trader's perspective, and that's obviously what people on a daily level would probably be interested in, just the small plays and what I'm sort of thinking about at the moment. But yeah, there's heaps coming, there's heaps happening. I'll just find time and I'll get back to you guys with new updates whenever possible. All right, for now, take care and stay good and be healthy.